home.
God.
I found out that Paul is my friend's stepdad.
Who's Paul?
That old guy in the other class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Okay. Now, to keep from you having to do a lot of work, they just want you to find the 50th percentile. I'm going to show you how to find all three in one problem, just so you'll know how to do it if you need it. L is equal to 25 times 36 over 100, and that's the 25th percentile or first quartile. 25th percentile or the first quartile. So, where is what? Well, you want the 25th percentile. And 36, ain't there 36 do-jiggers up here? How many numbers are there? And somebody crank out that number. What do you get?
9.
So you count, is it 9 even or 9 point something? 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is your 25th percentile. 50th percentile. 50 times 36 over 100. And this is your median. This is your second quartile. And this is your 50th percentile. Now the reason I keep putting these up here, I don't just call it one thing, I call it all three, is because some of the questions, homework questions, test questions, they'll try to trick you and say quartile when they actually mean 50th percentile. And I want you to make sure you realize that these two are the same thing and these three are the same thing. Okay? So what is this? What do you come out with?
18.
Even?
Yes.
And of course, half of the 9 is 18, so this comes out right. That's 9 right here, 10. So is that 18 right there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 44 is your 50th percentile. My 7-year-old could do it in the calculator.
Well, that's how I'm wondering.
But my 7-year-old cannot explain to you what it is.
Oh, why not? I can explain to you what it is because I was doing my calculator.
Yeah.
That was the point I started.
I was just telling you that this
Yeah,
is...
because I'm not going to explain it on the test.
Well, why don't I just go home and y'all do everything on the calculator?
I mean,
Anybody can do it on the calculator. I want you to know what it means to do it on the calculator.
okay.
Okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
Why did you circle the 44 instead of 39?
You always go with the one next up.
So you don't go with the 18, you go with the 19.
Mm-hmm.
So the number you think it is, count one more up and it's not.
Yes. So the number you think it is,
Mhm.
it's
It's
not.
not, go one more, and that's your answer.
Yeah. So you want that anyway.
That's never made sense to me.
I'm trying to think what you're asking.
You said the answer is 9 for the 25th
Mhm.
percentile. Okay, 18 is 1, 18 is 2, 18 is 3. 23 is 4, 23 is 5, 23 is 4.
Well, then I must have counted wrong then, or I'm counting, let's
You
see.
stopped on the 10th number when the answer is 9.
Well, it should be 8.
So-
The 18, 39. Oh, I can't answer it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I can't. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it should be one more. It says it in the book. If you read in the book, it should say, yeah, I think it says that it's the next one. So y'all are getting me confused now.
I think this could be an elevator.
I think we just need to quit. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it at all.
So the 50th percentile is 18, but you land on the 19th number.
Yes. And then the 75th percentile is 75 times 36 over 100. And somebody crank out that, and that's your third. What?
27.
27, and you count 27, and then that should be it. So there's 20.
It's gonna be 65.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's your 75th percent. If you read under that L is equal to KN over 100 part, somebody tell me what page is that's on. 116. Somewhere in there, it'll tell you to go to the next one up, or I might have it confused. I thought it did. Where the heck is it? I can't read upside down. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I wasn't in the negative.
It says the
Say again?
It says the L is on the one that equals each of the boxes together, right?
Yes. Okay? Nope. So those are the three. All right. So that's one question. Now, this is pulled from several questions. So your number one, first of all, your number one could be number 15 on somebody else's test. And number one could be pulled from another question. You may have 10 numbers instead of 36. Yes, ma'am.
Why does the percentile of 50 not be between 44 and 39? Because I thought that means like on the median of the set of number.
That's the median.
Okay.
That's the median. If you did it, now see, there's two ways to do the 50th percentile. One is to do it by the formula. The other is to find the median.
Okay.
All right? I was showing you that because some books do not do the L is equal to KN over 100 because it's too complicated with the numbers going up and down. And some teachers in some books teach to find the mean, to find the median, then find the top median, then find the bottom median. When you're going to draw a box plot, it's not going to make that much of a difference. All right? And as far as this goes, I will be lenient if you get one off or something like that, I will be lenient. If you put 52 down, I can't be lenient with that. Okay? I'll be lenient. And I'll talk about challenge questions after we go through the test. Okay? All right. Number 2. What branch of the military service did Hubert serve?
Military.
Military? Do not put Army. Whatever you do not put Army. Number 3. All right? All right, try this one. I'll blow it up. Do not worry. Do not worry about these questions. I want you to change everything to a Z-score, okay? Because these questions right here will, well, you do need to write these questions down because this one is, one of them is repetitive. I can't remember. I think these two are the same. Yeah, these two are the same. It's the same answer, but it confuses students. With a height of 66 inches, Johnson was the shortest president of a particular club in the past century. The club presidents of the past century have a mean of 73.2 and a standard deviation of 2.1. Okay, now find your Z-score. I just want you to find the Z-score. Does your calculator tell you when to go to the bathroom too?
It might.
Does it tell you when to eat?
Oh, no, I can tell you might.
Okay, but do you get up and worship it every morning?
My best friend. I've had it since ninth grade. For real. Hey, I made a 98 problems after high school for the year.
That doesn't tell me anything.
That's amazing.
Are you taking it in?
Can you make change at the cash register without the cash register? Okay, well then you're good.
On the test, we don't have to, the only question we'll have to answer C.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I just don't want you to get confused right here. I want you to write down all three of these, all
Okay.
four of them. And I want you to make a note that I think it's these two, it's the same number. And the way they word it, or the way people look at it, they get confused and they just throw in a number and it's wrong. I think everybody in the class can do this one. I mean, the difference is what, 6 or 5.8 or something like that? 6.8. There's no need to write these down because you're going to write the answers down. So don't write A, B, C, and D. Just write the answers. Z is equal to x minus x bar over standard deviation, which is equal to 66 minus 73.2 over 2.1. Somebody crank that out for me. It's going to be negative.
Negative 3.43.
3.4 what?
3.
3.43. Okay, I was subtracting 73 minus 66. The positive difference between Johnson's height and the mean is going to be 3.43. I say that question is not the positive difference. I guess they're wanting you to take. See, you could take that two different ways. You could say 73 minus 66 is the positive, or you could say the absolute value of that is equal to 3.43. I don't like the way they're asking that.
But that 3.3 would
That's
be
it.
the
That's
difference.
not necessarily-
Yeah, that's
That's
the,
the Z-score.
yeah.
Oh, that's this one. What's the 66.73? I'm sorry.
7.2.
How much?
7.2.
Okay, 7.2 inches is the difference. Whether you get 73.2 minus 66 or 66, it should be the same thing. So this is 7 point what? I'm sorry, the negative messed me up. All right, the difference is right there, 3.43. That's the difference. And then this one, the z-score is negative 3.43. So make sure you make a note of that. Why is the difference 3.43 deviations? Why don't I put the sign there?
Because the absolute value of the scores to get the difference.
Why?
Because that's what the contract was. Hey, I got the right answer. Well,
Exactly.
actually, I probably could explain it. The difference is, what was the question?
Difference is another way of saying distance, and distance can never be
Negative.
negative or positive. So that's why you just get 3.43. 3.43 units. Is Johnson's height usual or unusual? Why is it unusual? Because it's past 2, negative 2. So it is unusual. Now make a note of these two questions, because I don't want you to get them wrong, and they're the same answer. Okay? Same number.
You said difference is the same as distance?
Mhm.
Distance.
Yeah.
Remember DD. DD.
Just put it in your calculator.
Yeah, that works for me. Huh? Okay.
All right? Next one. What?
So his height is unusual because it's below 2 point.
Well, 2 and negative 2 is 95% of the population. Anything outside of 2 and negative 2 is what? Unusual. Anything outside of 3 and negative 3 is what? 200-pound Second grader, what's that?
Unusual.
That's an outlier. Anything outside of 3 and -3. So technically, he's an outlier, but they didn't ask that. They just asked if it was unusual. Okay, here's another one. Below are 36 assorted ages. It might be the same as you had before. Find the percentile corresponding to 65. Now this is where you got to count the number of below the number given. So you got to find 65 and count how many numbers are below that, divide by n, and multiply by what? Now that's that first formula I gave you. Before I gave you the L is equal to Kn over 100. I gave you the number of numbers under the number given over.
K divided by 100 times n.
No, not that one. It's the one before that.
The number of values less than x divided by the total number of values times 100.
That's it. I gave it to you right before that one. You see it in your notes? I'll write it up on here in a minute. Number of values under 65 over what? 36 multiplied by 100. What page is it on? I gave it to you page number also. I'm sorry, say again. Page 115. And remember I told you it wasn't boldface. It was just on the page somewhere. Yeah, top of page 115, and it says percentile of value. So how many numbers are below 65? Well, there's our first 65 right here. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26. So that would be 26. I have to make sure, because sometimes the class leads me astray. And I don't have a calculator to tell me what to write. So 26.
So is it 26 divided by 36 times 100?
So the percentile placement, or percentile value, is equal to the number under over n multiplied by what? So you take the number under the given number. So here's your given number. So there is your first 65. You count the numbers. So that's 26 over 36 times 100. And what does that come out to be? I'm sorry, what? 72.2. So that is the 72nd what? Percentile. Let me punch that one in. It won't take all day. All right, this one is this is not hard. It's just got to, and like I say, to keep from punching them in, have your spreadsheet open so that way you can just copy and paste. And that way you won't have to punch it in. Save you a whole lot of time. The range, well, let's do it. Let's see. I don't have it pulled up, but
Hey, can I get those numbers first?
hmm?
Yeah, I can't see because everybody's heads are in the way.
All right, 1, 4, what's the range? 3. So the range is 3. And the variance of the sample data. Variance, we're going to have to find the standard deviation. So let's go ahead and find everything we need. Now, you don't have to do this by hand. I'm just doing it to show you. And x minus x bar and x minus x bar quantity squared. It's supposed to be parentheses, but I'm trying to hurry. So x bar is equal to, and we're going to do a summation. All these numbers. How many are there? Anybody count? Well, I figured your calculator already had them.
Put them in there without when you look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 20. No, I figured your calculator already had the question done before we even got to it.
You would let me put my
No, before we got to it, I figured it already knew it.
I mean, you have to have an operator.
Oh, you
It's
do?
not like it's like genius.
Oh, it doesn't tell you the future?
My calculator doesn't do the work
Oh,
for me.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just thought since you depended on it so much.
I do put on it.
X is equal to 20. So divide by 20. And there's your X bar. So each one of these, we're going to subtract X bar. And what do you got to do to lock it?
I don't know.
What do you have to hit?
Top somewhere.
Yeah, up top somewhere.
Get a data. You can get a data on.
F4.
Oh, F4.
And that gives you all those numbers. Oops. And what are you going to do with those numbers? Squared. And what do you do with that? Add them up. And that's your numerator. So now you just go variance is equal to let's go with parentheses, and I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to divide by what? N minus what? 10 minus 1.
You didn't put on my calculator. You're doing the same thing on my computer.
Why am I doing it on this?
I don't know.
You don't listen in class
The same
either, do
reason I do
you?
it on the calculator.
Why am I doing it on the
If
Excel
you
spreadsheet?
prefer it, just as you prefer it, and I don't prefer it.
No, that's not what I said.
Because all you gotta do is change the
No. Y'all don't listen to what I say in class.
You can copy the spreadsheet.
I do it on Excel spreadsheet because I can't write all these numbers on the board in this little space here. So I do it on the spreadsheet so everybody can see the numbers.
Well, you can't write all what numbers.
All of these numbers I can't write. I write too big. And it's more organized and nobody can bitch or complain about seeing everything. I can't understand this number and I can't understand this number.
Yeah, but you guys can't understand those numbers.
Okay? So that's why I do it like that. And I told y'all that the first day. What did I say? I said you do not have to learn Excel, did I? I said I put it on the Excel spreadsheet so everybody can see it clearly. I didn't say anything about some of the stuff y'all mentioned.
Yeah, but you go so fast that you know we can't keep up.
Your calculator can.
Yeah, if I could have the numbers plugged in, if you went back to them.
All right. And then what do you do to the variance? Variance, you take the what? Square root. And that's taking the variance and raising it to the what? 0.5 power. And there is your standard deviation. Okay?
How did you get X bar again?
How did I get what?
X bar.
X bar is add them all up and divide by n. So let's go back to our handy dandy sheet. And it's asking for the range, type the 1 decimal place, so I guess we're going to go to 1 decimal place. The range is, what do we say the range was, 3? The sample data is what? The variance was what?
0.62.
6 to round to 1 decimal place, that'd be 6.6. What did the standard deviation come out to be?
0.8.
0.8, and it says round to 1 decimal place. Okay? Now it says, is the largest decrease 4 miles per gallon unusual? Well, then you have to draw the curve. So draw the curve. You want to write it? Well, you want to write with this mouse? Come on. Anybody want to volunteer?
That's why they made it touchscreen. For real.
I don't know what you took before you came to class, but I am fixing to let you come up here and teach.
I'm not trying to be like that. I just really wanted to do it, and you wouldn't let me see the numbers.
All right. The range is the 0.6, and we got a mean. What was our mean? I'm sorry. What? What was the 2.1. So I'm just going to put a 2.1 here. 2.1 plus the standard deviation is 2.9. Plus the standard deviation is 3 point what? 3 point, what point? Let's see, 0.8 would be 7. And then minus 2.1 minus, that'd be what? 1.3. And then 1.3 minus 0.8 would be what? Point what? 5. Y'all check my numbers. I can do it in my head. But we don't have to worry about it because they're asking about what? 4. So is 4 unusual? Yes, 4 is unusual. So you need to find unusual. Not unusual is not right. Not unusual is not right. So what would you put?
B.
B. Okay? Next one. All right? Take a minute and write those down. Find the third quartile. So that means what percentile? 75th. I think I got it blown up before about 12. Let me blow it up a little bit more. And you might want to use your formula here. 32, 32, 34. Let's see. How many are there? 24. So, what is L times K over, L is equal to Kn over 100. So K is the 75th percentile. So 75 times 24 over 100. What does that come out to be? 18. So you would count to the 18th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 66. And that would be your answer. Next one. Now, do not make this complicated. This is an easy problem. But when people see it, they skip it.
Oh, yeah.
Why do they skip it? Because it looks what? It looks like it's going to take 15 minutes to do it. Now, you can do it however you want to, but the easiest way is to either punch them in your calculator or do the spreadsheet. And to keep from having to punch all those in, I would put it on the spreadsheet, and all you have to do is put it in order. Just paste, and then go up here to data, and put in order. And then they're going to ask you to count. Now, most of y'all,
Can you zoom out?
what? That's why I hate doing it. That's why I hate zooming it. There. And there is the numbers. And see, once you have them in order, you can count. Now, please do not miss this problem, because this is the easiest problem beside my questions on the test. But you will be surprised on how many people skip it. 0 to 19. 0 cents to 19 cents. So you go back to your spreadsheet. 0 to 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And I'm just going to color those so I won't count them again. Yeller. How many did I count? Thank you. And that's 23. 20 to 39 cent. So you go back. 20 to 39 cent is 2. And we'll color those blue or whatever, gray or whatever. 2. We're running out of numbers. That means we've got to have some zeros. So 40 to 59. How many? 2. Y'all see why y'all cannot miss this problem? Even though somebody will. Just like somebody will miss my other questions. 60, 79.
How many of your questions are
One.
you going to have on there?
7 to 10. I've got 7. I got to think of 2 more. I was going to give y'all 10. That way it'll help y'all out. 69, that's 1, and then 139. So 69 is right here. That's 1. And then 139 is 1. Please don't leave these blank, because if you leave them blank, it's going to count it wrong. So 0 and 0. Now, is this a normal distribution? Well, everybody knows no. Why? You start with 23. It's skewed right. Dang old. Looks like this. So it's skewed right. So it's not a normal distribution. So now I don't know what they, and I think this is stupid, they try to trick you. They say, no, the distribution is not symmetric and the frequencies do not start off low. So that would be my point. I would hit that. But no, although the distribution is approximately symmetric, the frequencies do not start off low, increase to some maximum frequency, then decrease. Well, in my view, those are two similar answers. So I'm gonna go with C. I'll probably get it wrong, but I'll take B or C, because it starts off not what? It starts off not low. I don't know why they can't say start off high.
I don't know. Look, I think that's planet.
Okay. All right. Try that one right quick. Write it down. It says, I'm going to read it. I'm not blowing it up. With a height of 60, you don't need to write all that stuff anyway. With a height of 68 inches, William was the shortest president in a particular club. Didn't we just do one like this?
Yeah.
The club okay, I'll take it off and put a harder question on it. The club presidents of the past century have a mean of 70.6 and a standard deviation of 2.3. Just find z-scores. So that'd be 68 minus 70.6 over 2.3. So 68 minus 70.6 over 2.3. Somebody tell me what 68 minus 70.6 is.
Negative 2.6.
Okay, so that would be that right there. And then this would be, what does the z-score come out to be?
Negative 1.1.
Negative 1.1.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that difference, that'd be 1.1. And the z-score is negative 1.13. Unusual or not unusual? Or usual? Usual. And that's how you do those. You should have some homework questions like these. Just make sure you get these two right. They're the same number. Determine whether the value is discrete or continuous. When a car is randomly selected, and what?
Weight.
What did I tell you about weight?
If it's measured, it's discrete. If it's counted, it's continuous. Is that right?
No, that's backwards.
If it's
Yep.
measured, it's continuous.
Mhm.
And if it's counted, it's discrete.
Good job. So, I don't know what they give you. You know it's not discrete, so those two go out. And people, I'm not telling you to do this, but do it. Okay? Deduce, get rid of your ones that you know are not right, and then get it down to a 50-50. You might be surprised on how well you can do with that. The data set is neither continuous nor discrete. Well, that's not possible because we only studied two types of data, discrete and continuous. We haven't given you a third. We haven't given you a neither. The book is not giving you a neither. So it's D. You shouldn't miss that question. What is you? Oh, this is the one people miss. What is Hubert's email address and cell number? You don't have to look at it, people.
It's C.
Look at the question.
1-800.
Yeah. Oh. Y'all laugh at these questions, but you know why these questions are on here? No. Because Tri-County Tech is telling all of its teachers to put questions either on quizzes or tests from the syllabi and handouts. That's why. Well, none of your other teachers do videos for your classes either, do they? All right, who does?
Nobody, they need to.
So that's the answer. Please do not put the other three because the other three doesn't make any sense. Be surprised on how many miss them. All right, now this one is the one is to the 10th. So if this is to the 10th, what will the class boundaries be to the 100th? So it'd be 0.95. So make that note on this problem. What is the class width?
Whatever it is between the two.
What is it?
I figured it out.
4. what are the class midpoints? We'll go ahead and let's get the first one. Somebody add 61 plus 64.9 and divide by 2. What do you get? 62.95. And then you would add what? Add 4, 66.95. Add 4, 70.95. 74.95. 78.95. 82.95. 86.95. Y'all check my math. 90.95. 94.95. And 98.95. I told y'all about my students, my non-students, not in my, coming to me and telling me they're using my videos. One statistics teacher is teaching people to calculate each one of those. They have to calculate each one. They cannot, he does not tell them to use the class width. Either he doesn't know or he doesn't want them to do that. So they have to calculate each one. Be very thankful. All right, what are the class boundaries? Well, instead, what comes right before 61? 60.95. All right. Now, why did I not use 60.5? Because this is to the tenths. So you got to go to the hundredth, which I tell students go with the 60.95. So 60.95, and then what do you do now? Add 4. So it'd be 64.95. And so on. I'm not doing all that, but y'all get the point. 68.95, 72.95, 76.95, 80.95, and so on. Okay? So that one is a little bit time consuming. So if you want to do all your easy ones first, leave this one for last, because it does take a little bit of time just typing it in. Where is all of Hubert's homework and tests done?
Kitchen.
In the bathroom? Okay.
It could be done in the bathroom.
Okay. Okay. Online via My Labs Plus. Huh?
Very valid point.
I didn't hear you. Okay.
That she likes to do your homework in the bathroom.
Which is relatively better? There we go. Try this one.
I'm going to leave my little niece.
Why are you leaving?
I'm
What?
going out of town.
No, you cannot.
You got no choice.
I got you. Go ahead. Huh?
I know you're going to miss me, but
Yep.
it's true.
Everybody's laying out on me today.
You want me to leave one of those little names?
No, I know you. All right, which is relatively better? A score of 86 on a psychology test or a score of 47 on an economics test? Scores on the psychology test have a mean of 89 and a standard deviation of 8. Scores on the economics test have a score of 60 and a standard deviation of 5. So what is 86 minus 89 plus or divided by 8? $86 minus 89 divided by 8. Negative what?
0.375.
Negative 0.375. All right, what is 47 minus 60 over 5? Negative 2.6. Now there is something telling me that the psychology score is better, because the 2.6 means that you failed it more. Exactly. When you're talking about test scores, you go with the lowest Z-score, because that means that you scored better. The 2.6 means that you really out there in what? Left field. So
That you really failed.
in this one, you would go with the psychology test.
What's the formula?
X minus X bar over standard deviation. Or the score you're given minus the mean over the little number. Standard deviation. Okay, so I would go with the 0.375 because this means that you really are out there. So that's unusual. So this is better. Psychology test score because Z score is greater than the Z score of the economics because it's okay. D, all right. I would say that's the answer. Next. Did we get to the next one? Come on. Oh, I gotta hit next question. All right, this one is, okay, this one you should not miss. It says, how many team members are included in this histogram? 4 plus 4 is what?
8.
2, 4, 6, 8 plus 6. What's the 16 in all, right? Okay, don't miss it. Do you know the difference between a histogram and a bar chart? That's it. The histogram's touch. The bar chart has a space between them. Not a problem whatsoever. Will Hubert's final exam be online?
He didn't tell me.
He didn't tell you. Yeah, that's a good answer. I thought we already answered that one.
He has Boy Scouts there.
Why is it on there twice? I'll have to check that.
You can leave it on there twice.
No. A particular group of men have heights of 170 and a standard deviation of 7. Jordan has a height of 195. So what's 195 minus 170 over 7? Come on, give me that number.
Over 7.
Over 7.
3.57.
3.5. Is he unusual?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, y'all can fill this out. I'm not going to do all that. The Z score is 3.57. He's unusual. I'll do the unusual part.
If you like go past a question and you realize you need to go back and change something, can you
Previous.
go? Okay.
Yep. If you take several forms of a test in Hubert's class, how is it counted?
High grade.
Okay. This is find the 40th percentile. Don't write them down. Just put 36, say 36 numbers, find the 40th percentile. So that would be 40 times 36 divided by what? 100. So somebody give me that number. 14.4 goes to what? 15. So you count the 15. I think this is 10 right here, isn't it? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 44 is your 40th percentile.
Isn't it if it's above, like if it was 14, it would be 14 on the 14th number, but if it was like 14.1, it's still going to go up to the next
It goes
number?
to the next, yes. No matter what. How is homework, test, and exam weighed?
A.
Why is A the only answer?
30, 30, 30 doesn't add up.
I've had 5 people put 30, 30, 30. Last semester I had 5 people out of a 120 class do 30, 30, 30. Okay. Do you have any questions? Well, you should ask, when does it start?
What's the start?
Why don't we just take our test?
All right, wait a minute. It ain't time to go yet. Class is over at when?
35.
Huh?
35.
Okay, 12:35. 1. What did I tell you? That's the question I meant to tell you. I meant to put it on there. I got to add 2 more questions. So let me get out of this. I haven't assigned it yet. Let's see, we got all of ours that we answered right.
You should leave that one that's doubled on the test on there and see how many people answered two different ones.
Probably. Let me go back right quick.
Yeah, probably count their own. Unless they're virtual.
Yeah, I do have service on there twice. Could you go away? Sorry. All right, I've only got service on there one time. Okay, hold on and I'll try to. Show custom questions. That's the last day of class. No, last day of class 1. And there should be one called Sam's. I hope that's it. Oh shit. Can't remember what I called it. Let me look at it. Nope, it's called Wow. That one? There it is. When is the week of finals?
December 2nd,
December
5th.
5th.
Okay. Which one was that one? Exams? Did I hit it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to add those two. And I will add one more. And that question is, so y'all will all see it. When does the homework terminate? And the multiple choice answers are Mickey Mouse, you suck, I cannot read, or midnight before the test starts. Which one is it? Well, it ain't gonna be A. It'll switch it around. But anyway, just thought I'd get that across. We'll call that homework before test and cancel. And I'll add that homework before test. Where is it? There it is. Now, I don't know how many I've given you now. That's how many? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So everybody in here should make a 36 or better on the test. Because 9 times 5, well, 22. Somebody divide 100 by 22. 4.6 times 9. What does that come out to be? What is it? 3.6? 4. What is it?
4.5.
Okay, multiply that by, how many did I say? 9? What do you get?
40.5.
Okay. Everybody in this class should make a 40.5 on the test or higher. If you make a 10, don't tell anybody. I will be the only one that will make fun of you because I will see it. Do you have any questions about the test? That's what we're fixing to talk about right now. Go to settings for class. And we will start it today. No, I'll start it in the morning. That way everybody can start it. 19th at 8 o'clock a.m. It will end the 19th. That'll be the 26th at 11:59. Give you 3 chances to take it for all the dead grandmothers. And I'll give you 90 minutes to take it. And print, I'm going to make it print. Where's the print? Where's the print button? Allow students to print. Where is?
Down,
Very last
go down,
one.
keep going,
Keep going down.
right there. Oh, two questions.
I don't see it. Is it checked? Okay, it's checked. All right, save and assign. Now, I'm going to be nice to y'all, and I'm going to pull up the homework. And the test starts on the 19th. I'm going to give you the Monday to get the homework done because I know there's some slackards in here that have been procrastinating, and I don't want to hear all the excuses.
What all do we have to do in what section?
Hmm?
What sections do we have to